Hi, welcome to I Unlimited, committed to helping you find your best self and inner peace.
Hey, fellow travelers. I have a message to share. I was inspired to work with this deck today, the Soul Helper Oracle by Christine Fader. I think that's an A. Yes. And this just fell out. Enter the temple of your truth. Oh, like, does anything else need to be said after that statement, right? Wow, how powerful. It says, and learn to value it. Oh, powerful lessons, powerful messages. Wow. And beautiful imagery. And I don't know about you. I spent so much time in my life over the years trying to gain agreement from other people for my truth. I have a Band-Aid because I'm not good at trimming my cuticles with my left hand. So I actually had 4 Band-Aids on this morning or overnight. So I would spend so much time trying to explain my feelings, my position, trying to, get people to understand and, ultimately, of course, agree. But there is such freedom and power when we just enter the temple of our truth. And even if we're the only one in it, look at this. It's kind of built just for one or two, or you can get a few people in, you can jam them all together, but look at the tranquility in this scene, the peacefulness. There's light coming, there's light and shadow. And boy, the message I'm hearing now, I again spent so many years of my life trying to get rid of all shadow, all darkness. Everything needed to be light and wonderful. And I was watching the movie Jane Eyre last night, the one with William Hurt and Charlotte Gainsborough. And there's a line in there where she's teaching a young girl to draw, and she tells her, remember, the shadows are just as important as the light. And that's what the message is coming through to me, to remember that. How do we do it in a way that still empowers us? I don't know. And I'm being told there is not one formula answer. And sometimes the shadow is in those moments where we give ourselves self-care, that we, step back, because we don't have to be go, go, go all the time. Very interesting. Today I woke up with my head in a vice. I'm waiting for it to start raining. But it hurts so bad I'm nauseated. And I really, really wanted to do a video. I wanted to come in and pull cards and see the message. And this is so uplifting. Yeah, my head still hurts. I'm not present to it, if you know what I mean. But the shadow of the head hurting, of feeling rough, I'm not going to be, maybe I should whisper this so they don't hear it, but I'm not planning to take the dogs out for a walk. Because I can't face it right now. I'm nauseated. I really feel rough in that way. And in a way, that's a shadow, right? But turning it into self-care, and I may have put the cart before the horse here on these other cards, but this is going to make sense. So the first card, this in and of itself, divine message, literally. And literally 3 cards had fallen out, just went flying and fell on the floor. So since I was discussing it, I'm going to bring this one out next. Recognize despair as an opportunity. Hello. Talking about the darkness and the light, right? Maybe that's why they brought that up for me. Tie it in with this. And you see in this card, there's darkness and light. This woman sitting in darkness, sitting in despair, but there is a light. It says, within it, you will find the gift of awakening. And it's so true, right? As I've taken on the practice over time of, okay, why is this occurring? What is here for me to learn, to understand, or to even to let go of? And the other day, I had somebody act so hateful and ugly to me. And I mean, obviously, they showed their colors. It's not a situation I am going to be available for, repeatedly in my life. But what I was able to see is, first of all, I made a statement. I made one statement that it wasn't even said ugly. It was just like kind of in a, oh, wow, I didn't realize this. And the reaction I got was way out of proportion to one sentence. It was also, the way they were acting was clearly not someone that wanted to work through something, resolve it, to get clarity, to understand. They just wanted to, pound on me. So I was able to see this really doesn't have anything to do with me. This is something they were already locked and loaded, and they just had something they let loose. But it was an opportunity. It didn't feel good. I don't like that. So I was just like, okay, what is here for me to learn? Because if there wasn't something for me to learn, I wouldn't have reacted to that treatment at all. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, well, whatever. And gone on. The fact that it really disturbed and upset me, it was my key to look for the opportunity. And I found it. I mean, it didn't take long. Literally, just like, I have to stop entertaining those low vibrational situations. But also, this was someone that, I kept trying to help them rise, help them lift up. It's like, stop doing that, investing so much time. I'm here, I'm available. If they want to take step into that opportunity, great. If not, let them be, and move on, because somebody else does want to rise. And so it was my opportunity, I'm listening. Sorry, I'm listening to the messages, because they're also telling me the other important message is, if we're sitting and, oh my goodness, they're going to tie it into this third card. If you have a patch of, just bare ground, it's really easy for you to see the weeds in it, because there's nothing else there, right? But it's also very easy for weeds to take root there. But if you plant and tend to that patch of ground, even if it's just grass, but if you get that grass lush and thick and full, the roots of that grass fill up the dirt, and there's no place for a weed to get a stronghold. Now, I mean, can you get one or two here there? Absolutely, but they can't get that stronghold. You can get them out. And so the key isn't to sit and stare at the ground and, where are the weeds? Where are the weeds? I got to get rid of them. And, that was a way to approach life. And I think I did my version of that for a long time of, I have to fix this. What's the problem? How do I do it? But if you tend to that ground and you plant it full of, grass, plants, flowers, whatever, gives expression to your soul, helps your happiness blossom, right? And you make it rich and lush, then your happiness that you've planted leaves no room for the weeds. Isn't that interesting? And this was the third card. We do have room for her. Awaken the magic of your creativity. Immerse yourself in the world of feelings. And this, when we enter the temple of our truth, so freeing. So freeing. Can you just feel how this supports and embraces a person? Like, you're here, you are in the temple. And when you're freed from worrying about what other people think of you and think of your beliefs and think of your thoughts and what you're doing and how you're doing, you awaken the magic of your creativity, right? Immerse yourself in the world of feelings. And again, they're telling me that consciously, don't fall into the despair all the time. That we get to choose. We get to choose our feelings, right? Now, 100% of the time, no. Things do come up. We get triggered, just like I was telling you the other day, that person treating me so ugly and hateful, that triggered something, from my past, but I was able to see it. Clearly, her reaction was she was triggered by something in her past, So I said in a video not long ago that I realized that, we get a foundation for our life through our childhood, right? And the foundation, I had come out of childhood. It was almost like, the family was like, okay, there's your foundation. Go build your life on top of that. Well, that foundation was just a pile of rubble. And I was trying to build on top of that. Well, anything you build on something broken and unstable, it can't be stable. Whatever you build cannot be stable. It's going to fall down. It's going to break. It's always going to need to be, held up and tended to. And I felt like all through life, I kept trying to fix the foundation while there was a structure on it. I'm trying to kind of somehow get under there and pull one brick out and put a new one in and all this stuff. And it was impossible. And all of a sudden I saw, the message was given to me, like, just turn your back to that, or turn to the other side, to a new, fresh patch of ground, build a new foundation. I don't have to keep that old foundation. I don't. Just because I said, here's the foundation we made for you, I don't have to build my life on that. And I chose to build a new foundation, and I chose for that foundation to be based in joy, happiness. So when these things come up for me, where despair does come up, because, there's things that are there in the past that get triggered, or it's a pattern, it's a habit, right? The brain, the ego goes there. But now, because I've created a new foundation based in joy and happiness, I'm able to this isn't feeling joyful or happy. What is there for me to learn, to realize, to understand here? Because sometimes it's what is there for me to let go of, right? And letting go doesn't always feel great, but, because that's the ego. Like, oh, how's this going to look? What are they going to think? But you got to go to your own truth. So when I'm in the despair, it's so easy to okay, what is there for me? What lesson is here for me? What's going to help me rise? And then step into that. And not only does that help with the feeling, because number one, when you get your answer, you're connected to the divine. That's a great feeling. What does it matter if this human doesn't think you're worth much if the divine does, right? But number two, feeling like letting go of that despair, getting the grip to loosen is already better, right? But then we can go back to, we can flood our thinking with the good things that are in our life, the good things we're planting, that we're cultivating, that we've done. And there are those. There absolutely are those. Even if it's something as, I smile at strangers as I pass them on the street, in the store. Do you do it 100% of the time? No, it doesn't have to be 100%. It does not have to be 100% in order to be valuable, right? Because the greatest singers will hit a clinker note now and then. Does that mean they're not a great singer? No. The greatest tennis players hit shots out now and then, or miss a shot. Greatest basketball player misses shots. They're still fantastic at what they do. So, you start bringing thinking about all the good things that you have done, that you possess within you, the qualities, the things you're planning on. So anyway, going on and on. And look at this. Look at how these just connect. Oh, isn't that great? So this, like I said, right off the bat, even if that had been the only card, so valuable, so worth it. Enter the temple of your truth and learn to value it. That also comes to me, the message I'm also getting, and it's a message for me, maybe not for you, maybe it's just for me, to really get back into valuing the temple of my body. Again, not trying to look like some supermodel, just to be the best version of me. Not obsessively best, but solidly, consistently best. So, but trusting in our truth, entering in our truth, standing in our truth, right? Even if we're alone, because you're never alone. Look at the divine is shining on you. Never, never, never alone. Recognize despair as an opportunity. There is light there. It feels lousy here. So you got to say, okay, where's the light for me? Where is the light? If this girl, see how she's facing this way, if she faces toward here, she sees the light. So what is there for me to learn? And awaken the magic of your creativity and immerse yourself in the blessings, in the beauty. Keep planting another one and planting another one. And as you fill the garden of your life with the beauty, the bounty, the lessons, the blessings, there just won't be the room for the ugly weeds. And what little ones they are, you can't even see them. Pluck them right on out when you find them. So that I found inspiring and uplifting. I hope you did too. And as always, the breath work makes all the difference. So if you breathe in slowly, counting 1, 2, 3, as high as you can, filling your whole body from the hairline to your toenails, and feel yourself expand out and break the shell of limitation around you, and then exhale slowly to that same count and let the pieces of that shell fall away. You inhale again slowly, counting as high as you can, and feel like you push every cell outward until every single cell has the room to move freely. Exhale to the same count, relaxing your muscles. And as you inhale again, feel the air coming through all the spaces in your body around every single cell that you just created, like the breeze through a screen. And relax as you exhale. And then as you breathe fully into your chest and belly, feel the flow going all through the spaces. And realize, breathe through any urge to shut down, to clamp down. Feel that openness. Feel it getting cleansed with every inhalation. And relax with every exhalation. But as you breathe fully in your chest and belly and feel that flow, get used to that flow. Because things pass on by, pass on through. The pain is the suffering is as we grab it and trap it, as we clamp down and we don't allow things to flow. All right. So even when pain comes in your life, you keep breathing like that, keep pulling in the good energy. And what hurts will flow on out. You don't have to hold on to it. Let it pass on through. But just focus on, like a stream, constant flowing stream of blessings, of bounty, flowing to you from the universe. And as you inhale, you're open. That means receiving, receptive, be open. And inhale all that goodness, all that blessing and abundance that you can. And as you're exhaling and relaxing, spread it. Spread it out through you and beyond. And you'll feel and notice things inside of you and in your life changing. Because breath is life. So, until next time, keep finding your best self and inner peace.
I hope this video helped you rise higher and shine brighter. Keep going. Invest just a few minutes here with me each day. and you'll see your happiness, fulfillment, and inner peace grow. Please remember to share, like, and subscribe to this channel so others can find their best selves and inner peace too.